Every day, ICU nurse Ashlee Schwartz gets to work at Mercy Hospital in Arkansas and immediately checks the hospital's COVID stats. One day, a patient stood out, Emily Robison, who was 22 years old and pregnant with a baby girl named Carmen.
I knew that more than likely Carmen, their little girl, would be home well before Emily would be. And all I could imagine was if Emily could truly overcome COVID and, she made it home and she just walks into her house and doesn't have much of anything for this little girl. And she just looks around and just says to herself, why could someone have not helped me? So I just felt called to just make sure, Emily had what she needed. And I mean, by God, her husband's 23. He had absolutely no idea what a baby registry was.
After learning about the mother-to-be and her husband, Eric, Ashlee felt compelled to help out.
I happened to just walk down the hall and I saw Eric sitting in this chair, just staring into Emily's room. I just all of a sudden thought to myself, this could be me. And it's the truth with COVID. I mean, any patient story that's in our ICU could very well become our own story. I mean, I could be the one laying in the, in the bed, or I could be the one sitting in Eric's chair.
She posted in a Facebook group for nurses, asking if anyone would want to chip in for a baby registry. She created 2 registries and then a third, and in less than 2 weeks, the story spread on social media and the local news. And strangers bought Emily and Eric dozens of baby gifts.
I got to do the fun part. I got to pick, do the registry and be like, oh, I would want this and I would want this. But then, it's the community and it's the nation that's coming together and just gifting this little girl.
Unfortunately, Emily did not get to go home to see those gifts. She passed away on September 20th, but her daughter Carmen was born via emergency C-section at 29 weeks. Born at 2 pounds, 9 ounces, Carmen is still in the ICU. And Eric, at just 23 years old, will take her home soon. While Eric still has to deal with Emily's passing, he doesn't have to worry about filling Carmen's room with the things she needs. Ashlee went above and beyond to help a patient, but she never expected how much the story would touch others' hearts, and her own.
COVID, it's just, especially when you're an ICU nurse, life can just become it's just so depressing, the reality of this virus. And when you walk through those doors, it's just a whole different life. But I tell you, this registry and just seeing these people come together for this little baby, it has just brought my life so much joy.
Caitlin O'Kane for The Uplift.